Hey, all, welcome back to the SLB Basement Bourbon Bar. We've got quite the tasting on the bar top today. Sazerac Rye. You see, here I am once again coming through for you, Trenton, with a rye whiskey tasting.
Dude.
Wow. Give me some props.
Wow.
Wow.
I think you're just as excited about this as I am. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think you're just trying to throw some shade and give yourself some props when you don't need it.
Well, hey, listen. I've always been, a pretty good fan of the basic Sazerac Rye, which would be over here at 90 proof. Okay, I thought it was a decent, neat sipper. I really didn't mix that much with it because, for me personally, this is just a me thing. Might not be you, but the proofs when I'm starting between that 80 and 90 proof in a mixer, it's going to get watered down way too quickly. Yeah. I usually am right around 100 proof when I'm mixing any kind of whiskey in a cocktail. That's what I prefer.
Yeah.
So I really didn't use it that much, even in Sazerac cocktails, which I love. So, but I have been kind of a fan. So I'm very interested. There's 100 proof here today, 125, the new full proof, and we have the McDaddy over there, the Thomas Handy.
A good little comparison, I think.
I think so too.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't realize any of these were coming out, which is kind of surprising to myself because anytime a new rye is hitting the market, especially from a high profile Buffalo Trace product, I'm like, ooh. I think after the E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof Rye, I was so let down. I was like, I don't even care. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know the last time I just had a pour of Sazerac 90 proof. Not really my speed, especially with how sweet Buffalo Trace's ryes tend to be.
Me either.
I'm excited to see what they have with their other offerings, and they're a bargain.
Let me hand you this, Trent. When we get started, as you know, Buffalo Trace is kind of quiet about mash bills, age, all that stuff, right? But supposedly all of these on the bar top share the same mash bill.
Okay.
And their mash bill is somewhat of a low rye mash bill. Guesses are anywhere between that 51% area. But once again, that's just hearsay and that's guess.
Just with the smell of their ryes, and I was talking specifically about Sazerac at this moment in time. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all. Yeah, because it's so sweet.
It is. It's very sweet,
and it's got a little bit of rye characteristic too. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, it does.
But
yes, it does.
Man.
It's very
I'm getting a cavity just smelling this thing.
I kind of like it.
I had a Sazerac cocktail for the first time. What was that, last week or the week before?
Yeah, you told me that was the first time you
used
No, I did not. I used the Still Austin.
That's right.
It's like a 97, 98 proofer.
That was fantastic.
But I mixed with a 1 ounce of Still Austin and 1 ounce of cognac.
It was very, very good.
Yeah.
Are we just
excellent.
Are we just full send in this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I mean, it's a good introduction bottle.
It is. It's a great bottle. I mean, it's very nice. Very little burn.
Yep. 90
proof. As you have mentioned before, I am picking up a tad bit of anise.
Yeah.
That kind of comes with the Sazerac territory in our previous tastings as well. But extremely sweet. Very little, mintiness or anything like that.
There's a little bit of it as if I were going into it as a beginner with rye whiskey and I tasted it, I would be like, ooh, there's a little bit more of a like an oomph to it at the tail end than there would be with their standard Buffalo Trace bourbon. I think that has a little bit more. The rye shines a little bit at the tail end. I still get that anise on here. If I recall correctly, that was made specifically for the Sazerac cocktail, and isn't there absinthe in a Sazerac?
Yeah.
So it has anise. Yeah. I think that was made specifically to be mixed in a Sazerac cocktail. So the anise note on that makes a little bit of sense to me.
Yeah, it might be, and it would work well. That's for sure, because that's why I'm really intrigued about these two right in here for mixing purposes for myself, especially. Now, this 100 proof here, you told me our good friend Jim sent that to us.
He did. Thank you, Jim. We appreciate it. We haven't seen these in Indiana or in our area at all.
We have not. No, we have not.
Par for the course.
Yeah.
I'm interested because I'm wondering how much an additional 10 proof is going to add to this. If you're going from this to the big dogger here, then that makes a little bit more sense.
I understand, but hey, I figured we put it in here. We got to taste it. I need to. I specifically.
Oh, yeah.
Now, price points, you're $20, $23 for this entry level Sazerac Rye. Mm-hmm. This one here, you're going to bump up roughly close to $30.
Yep.
To get you that 100 proof.
And keep in mind, we didn't buy this bottle right here. This is a gift from our good friend Jim. So thank you, Jim. Yep. But normally this would be about $30.
That's what I found.
I don't think this is aged. I would imagine it's the same age statement, just a little bit higher proof.
I would think it is.
Because it doesn't say.
Yeah, because it's relatively the same on the aromas. We're not really getting much. I'm not getting much different per se.
I'm getting a little bit of a deeper, like a caramely note on this,
okay.
which is kind of interesting to me.
It's weird because the aromas here are a little bit lesser coming out of the glass than what I had over here, which is kind of weird.
Confusing.
Maybe because I've had this bottle for a while.
Could be.
Yeah, it's possible too.
Yeah, but I'm getting something that's a little bit darker, but it's also more faint than the one in the 90.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Huh?
What?
Wait. Hold on a minute.
I got a little bit of an introduction of some fruit note in there that I wasn't getting over here.
My first thought was something not nice.
There's a hint of cherry in there, but it's bitter. There's some bitter dry. It's a little astringent on the back end.
It's like,
seems like to me.
It's like a cherry seed almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the 90 proof better.
I have to agree.
I think the 90. That's weird. Okay.
Very.
I think the 90 proof, those flavors shine through a lot more. This is drinking. I don't know if it's just me. More like it's drinking more than 100 proof. I don't know what it is. It's dry and a little bit bitter. Mm-hmm. Yeah. In a way that I'm just not a fan of.
That's weird. Very weird. So that makes you wonder, because we won't know, and we don't know what the age is. Don't know. Okay, move on. 125 proof. Again, this one's going to run you roughly close around $40. This one here is the big tank too for $30. That's the old
big tank.
That's the big old 1 liter.
Oh. I don't know where my head went after you said tank.
Hard to say.
There's some I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah. Well, let's check this one out.
Holy moly. That's delightful.
Mm-hmm. Harry worked this one out for us. I don't know how he did it.
I usually don't ask about Harry's methods anymore.
There was something of a friend of a friend and that and this, that, and the other thing. And so.
This has a nice vanilla.
It does. Vanilla almost mocha.
Yeah.
Slight. Very
like
slight.
A hot chocolate kind of with like a vanilla whipped cream on it.
I agree. It's weird. That's just strange. It's that much different.
MSRP on this should be about $40.
Yeah, it should be.
And this is a $7.50. $7.50.
Yeah, and I'm still getting that hint of cherry out of this one, Trent.
All right.
Yes. Yeah.
It's legit like
it's great.
Hot chocolate with vanilla whipped cream and a cherry on it.
I'd say it's the best nose so far.
Oh, 100%.
The best aromas
100%.
I've so far. Wow. That cherry shines bright.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Still a little bit bitter on the very back end, though.
A little bit, but I think the proof helps.
Yes, it does. It carries it.
I like that they put the recipe for the Sazerac right on the back here. I think that's pretty neat. Mm-hmm. But I would be curious how this train. You know what we should do? We should make a Sazerac with each one.
Oh, if you'd like to see that, let me know, because I'd love to.
And see which one. Well, maybe we'll even toss the Thomas Handy in there.
Don't do that. That's not our bottle.
Well, we're definitely going to do it. No, I'm not, sorry. I'm just kidding, Eric.
Good friend Eric is letting us use this bottle of the Thomas Handy here to kind of finalize this whole Sazerac tasting. And again, supposedly, all the same mash bill.
I like it.
Yeah, kind of weird. There's no way you could have lined this up for me and done a tasting, and I was, oh yeah, that's very similar all the way through. That's got to be the same mash bill.
No, these are all
I'd never guessed
These are all completely different.
in a million years. I wouldn't have. But this is pretty good. That's pretty darn good.
This makes me question why this exists then. I would have to imagine, because we were talking about this when Will and Rob were down here, good friends of ours. We were talking about the difference between an Elijah Craig in an old fashioned and something like that's 100 proof or 105 proof in an old fashioned or something. So that is different. I'd imagine this is a good in between, specifically for a cocktail. I wouldn't drink it straight. It's a little bit bitter for me, but I could see it working maybe well in a cocktail, depending on how that translates.
We'd have to try it. But I would.
We should do that. I love that.
I have to agree with you 100% on that one.
This is the 2023.
Is it?
Thomas Handy, 124.9 proof, unless my dyslexia is getting the better of me and I read these backwards, but I Googled Thomas Handy, 124.9 proof, and it said 2023.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Eric.
I'm going to double check one more time.
Use this bottle for this specific video. Huh.
125, 6 year, 2 month. This is $125 when it first came out.
I don't know much about the Buffalo Antique Collection in general, but only 6 years.
Yeah, it's the lowest age statement in their portfolio.
I didn't know that.
I'd be curious on what this is like when they get it up to like the 12 or like the double digit age statement, along with like the Sazerac 18, Eagle 17, WLW is usually like 14 to 18 sometimes, and then GTS.
Yeah, I know they're older. That's why I was a little surprised.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't know what the average age for Thomas Handy releases are. I would die to see one of these in like the 10-year range.
Oh, I know. For real, man. I hope they do that time. I'm gonna go look and see if they've ever done something like that.
Yeah. I mean, this one I'm almost getting like apricot-y, peachy notes coming out of it, which is delightful. Not really on Trenton's spectrum.
But this is one of those whiskeys that you take out to a nice dinner, like a nice steak dinner, candle lit.
For sure.
You wear your tuxedo when you take it out. All the nice things.
Do you have a tuxedo?
Heck no. Do I look like somebody that have a tuxedo?
I didn't think so.
I can't even brush my hair right.
You said it, so I was wondering.
Come on now.
Never had it. I've rented it before, but I've never had a tuxedo, man.
Yeah, my
that's beautiful. Really
whatever
nice.
I wore when Michelle and I got married was just from JCPenney. I don't think that's a tuxedo. It was like a suit jacket type of a deal.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's like $80. Not spending several $1,000s on a freaking tuxedo. That's just dumb. One thing I'm going to wear once and then just stare at in the closet and be like, oh, I used to be able to fit in this.
You don't go to those big black tie affairs and all that stuff, those big, fancy, only for sommeliers.
No, I've I was invited to a couple, and I just don't like what they stand for.
Oh my God.
Whiskey is meant to be shared and enjoyed, not some snobby affair. So I've kind of brushed them off. I still get invited every year to a lot of the sommelier events.
That's why we don't see in some of the magazine.
Yeah, dude, I've been invited to be a judge for some spirits competitions. I won't say who.
Good.
But yeah, I've been invited to a lot of things.
Oh yeah, that I do know. Oh my God!
This smells.
Got deep in a hurry. It is. It's very, very stone fruit to me.
Yeah, I mean,
what was the proof, Trent? Still stone fruit. I love that.
This is 0.1 proof lower than this, 124.9.
Really?
So they're basically the same. It's basically the same proof.
Because I don't like it. I don't like it when those. Like I think Harry told me when he showed. I was there when his Buffalo Trace Antique Collection bottles that he was going to receive came in, and he showed me the stag for this year. It was like 141 something or something. Like that. And he's like, "Do you want one?" I'm like, "No."
Shame.
No, thank you.
I mean,
I was able to pick something else, but not that. We get one.
Yeah, I got nothing this year, so.
I didn't call and ask him. Sorry.
Hey, first come, first serve, man.
I just happened to be there.
I will say this. I think these are very, very limited, very hard to find, very allocated. A lot of times when you do find them, they're going to be extremely marked up at other stores. You're going to have to buy 50 bottles of this thing. You don't want to be able to purchase this or purchase a ticket or whatever. I don't think this is terribly far off of the 2023 at least. Don't get me wrong. This is still very good, very much better than this.
Yeah.
But this is on its way.
Yeah, it's knocking on the door a little bit. I think you're right there. I still get some fruit notes here, more of the cherry line, and this one here. This is more stone fruit to me. Definitely carries that rye spice. There's a lot going on, obviously, as you would know. You guys would know. To me, who's going to get these at MSRP? Not too many of us, including us. So we don't pay. Well, okay, I picked a William LaRue Weller for the antique collection.
He did.
For our pick this year. Because we've never had one. Trent's never had one, and neither have I. I don't know. It's over there somewhere. I haven't looked into it yet. I don't know much about it. I paid Harry $250 for that bottle. So it's not like exorbitant pricing, but I doubt it's MSRP price. I don't know. I don't follow that stuff close enough to know what MSRP and everything else is. I do not know. So, yeah. But at any rate, Trenton, I don't know. This one I just don't get.
Sorry, Jim.
I have to. It's still very kind of you, Jim. Thank you, buddy. But if you folks caught me there while Trent was tasting, I was kind of saying bitter. I was saying, I kind of, it wasn't that great. I don't really understand that. I'm kind of bummed by that because this would be the bottle coming in a liter size would be the mixer.
Oh, 100%.
In my book.
And I think that's maybe what they were going for here with the size and the price and everything else. But
I'm not going to poo-poo that right at the moment because I haven't used it as a mixer, but just as a sipper, it was kind of a bummer. This one stood out. The 90 proofer stood out much nicer as a sipper than this one.
I agree.
This one here, like you said, I believe the proof carried that through when that cherry note came through. I thought it was really nice. And as you all know, the Thomas Handy is so good. Thank you, Eric, once again. So for me, Trenton, I will say this in conclusion, even though we are not, Buffalo Trace, we don't beat our chest, the yay for Buffalo Trace, and we're not those kind of people. We call it as it is. They make a lot of good products. A lot of their stuff is generally sweet, and I feel that's why a lot of folks are endeared to Buffalo Trace. But I will give them kudos right now for putting out some higher proof releases of the Sazerac at a good price.
Yeah.
I think it's a stellar price, even if some of you folks disagree with us, and some of you might, and that's okay with this 100 proofer. Amazing price for a 1 liter bottle, around $30. $40 for 125 proof rye, full proof, an amazing price. Fantastic.
I'll be the devil's advocate here. A lot of their other stuff is also very equitably priced. Mm-hmm. Elmer T. Lee, you can find, I think MSRP on that is like $40, $41, $42.99 now. Okay. You just can't find it. So I'd be curious, and please let us know in the comments if you are seeing these releases in your area, if they're being marked up, if they're being, limited one or like whatever the case may be. I would venture to say at this point with the current whiskey economy and how everything else is looking, I'd be surprised if that was the case. I'm hoping it's not, because you're starting to see Eagle Rare pop up in stores. Harry's got like 50 cases of Colonel E.H. Taylor small batch. So a lot of that stuff is stacking up now, and I'd be curious to see whether a new Buffalo Trace or / Sazerac Rye release is kind of in the same boat.
Well, in a little bit of time that I spent in Discord, I have several that have told me they've got it from the price points that are up there. I hope so.
I hope that continues.
I truly hope so, because these aren't the bottles that you want to pay $100 for. It's not that at all.
No.
But however, I will remain honest at all times. Our community will always have priority on this channel. And I think at the prices that they're giving us at close to MSRP, I think they're fantastic buys.
I agree.
This one, though, let me know. Let me know your thoughts on the 100 proofer.
Yeah.
All right, guys. All I got for you today, as always, we ask you to please drink responsibly. See you next time right down here with Trent and me in the good old basement bourbon bar. See you later.